Hello everybody, Reaper X1 here again, back playing some more TerraTech in the R&D, and we are now completed with our power plant. So now we got to make the stuffs for around it. So as I'm getting started on this one, I would like to welcome you to the episode, to the channel. If you're coming back or first time viewer, either way, and you know what, I do thank you for joining me. It is appreciated, all the awesome you guys bring to my channel, and to any channel really. And also, you know, you having a good one? I hope you are. If not, maybe we can help. We'll see what we can do. Like I was saying in the last one there, I was going to have some ground techs, smaller ones, to be charged, and then I was going to have some turrets. Well, I made the other little ones to be charged. They're not really nothing really to brag about. You know, you'll see them when it's all set up. But this guy, I thought maybe it'd be handy, kind of show this one, because you know turrets are always handy, and sometimes just a different idea, it can inspire others, and that's kind of what I like to do. So as we're just kind of starting this build off, you know, we're trying to get all the important things in here right off the hop, and well, that's kind of common. I figure it won't really take any personality on it or get any kind of difference as of yet. Well, maybe, I don't know. Depends what you guys have all seen before. But, you know, as I do get into this, there's a couple things I should mention while we are starting up. We're on a little bit of the thinking part of this build. Still planning, or trying to plan. Planning doesn't work for me. But, you know, there's a couple things that you might want to just take a look at down in that description down there. You know, things such as, like, the Saturday Showcase, where your cool original techs, they could have a video of their very own if you'd like to. All you gotta do is follow the Showcase Auditions link that is in the description. And on that thread that it takes you to, post some in-game snapshots or save games, whatever works best for you. But they do have to be, wait for it, cool and original. Pretty easily done with us, eh? The builders that play TerraTech, I've seen quite a bit of cool and original. And that's just the ones I've seen. I'm sure there are more out there. And more from the people who I have seen. So, you know, if you're interested, it's down there. And another thing is about that's multiplaying on a Sunday for a multiplayer Monday. If you want to get in on some rounds, I host games every Sunday. Or, well, if I can. We'll see. I've been having issues around here. Either the computer or the internet. So pretty much everything I really want to do with my YouTube channel has been just pissing me off. So, yeah, we're going to try, though. Doing what we can do. See if we can get something figured out. And, well, there was something else, too. Oh, yeah, that new tech project. The thing I'm building this for. That community project that I started. And, you know, we can all make citizens for, and we can have an unlimited amount of building. Because all you guys got to do is build up what you think should be in there, and as long as it is appropriate, mind you. This is for everyone, and you know it's a good idea. Can't see why it wouldn't get added. And what I would recommend though is if you do want to get in on this, is when you hit that new Tekka project link, go to the very first post that I started the thread with, read through it. I know, might be a little bit of reading, but read through it. Watch the video. It'll help. Give you a better idea at what you might want to consider adding into your builds. At least for the main parts, like the citizen or characters or your house. As far as I know, I'm pretty sure I mentioned a battle tech there. But I didn't really put any limits on that. So I figure, you know, that should keep that part wide open. And so far, it's been pretty cool. I've seen a lot of different designs. I'm loving it. It's awesome. And I think it can only get better, honestly. That's my take on the whole situation. Like this little turret here, he's getting better by the second. Especially with all the new weapons we've just got in the last update or two. Like, really cool. Like that laser on the front, I love those things. The mortars, oh, they've added a bunch of new mortars, and they're pretty dang sweet themselves. And you can never go wrong with a good old shotgun. And oh, yep, the new batteries too. I'm liking them. I'm not exactly sure how they compare to, say, the GSO battery. I'm pretty sure they're bigger and probably, you know, more power. Well, I haven't really tested it out. The one thing I want to do is try and keep this from having blocks being able to get caught up under it. So that's why I'm using all the angles. Oh, you know it, that's happening, right? I likes it, I do. But we're going to just change this around just a wee bit. Slide that back. We'll put that one like there. And on this side. So yeah, you know, just trying to get as much firepower in a small area as we can. And from there, I think we'll be defended. And the nice thing about it is the big power plant, it'll shoot power down, like you saw, into my relay towers or stations, or I don't know what I want to call them. My relay pylons, maybe, because they're this small, right? And then they'll shoot power to these turrets. And then from there, this can charge techs that are going by, or maybe each other, depending how close I end up putting them. I would like them to be able to be self-sustaining. But then if I do, it's going to wreck up the whole power idea. Because if I use too many solar gens, these will keep up. And, well, that's not really what I'm after. Because I got a few ideas on how to use power. Because you have to use power for that plan to work. So I'm thinking my outer perimeter is where all the power is going to get consumed. At least that's my idea. But we gotta get this built up first. Like maybe I'll just do a whole bunch of these turrets, which I really don't necessarily want to do because then, you know, it just slows everything down with too many. Yeah, that didn't look very good. But what I might do is just have... well, the one thing I used on the gate was just a ton of shields. So they're just chewing up power faster than I can put it into it. Because I used like one solar generator to power it. And then they're constantly trying to come on. They're not even getting fired all the way up. And you know, it was working. It works really good, I think. Yeah, we'll give it a little wings. Trying to fill up the holes and get the gaps all dealt with, you know. We want to make it look kind of cool, too. And, well, we needed a few more attached spots for some firepower. Like that. That should be good. Very, very good. Oh, I'm kind of liking the looks of this thing so far. We got the skew right on top, so, you know, whatever we blow up. And it's the biggest one, so, you know, it should be able to pull... Maybe not from cruise missile range or the little rocket launcher or rocket propelled grenade. But it'll do fairly nice. Keep my area clean. Because the main thing is keeping it clean. Because if it ain't clean, it gets leggy. Do something like that. Ooh, red's kind of nice. I kind of wish the sides of them were red too, though, like a completely red block, or a red version of it. Now, I'm hoping that sometime we get, like, paint options for our blocks and text and all that. That'd be pretty sweet, because I like the colored blocks, but, you know, it limits you as what you can do to a point, because you don't get no angles, you don't get no curves, you just get little single square blocks. Now, I've been saying through a lot of videos I would like to see different colored blocks. I'm pretty sure I've even suggested it on the forum, but they don't get enough use, so they're probably not going to put no love to them, eh? So if you guys want to see more colors and different shapes and different colors and, you know, bigger blocks for colors, and then we got to start using them, I believe. I'm trying. See, I got some here. I got some on the power plant. I've made a few big text too with colored blocks. I made quite a few texts actually with colored blocks, but I'm only one that I know of. Yeah, there is other ones, of course. But if we all use colored blocks here and there, that might just get them thinking we should add some differences. At least that's what I'm hoping. I think it'd be pretty cool if we had longer color blocks. Color blocks like all the angled stuff. Oh, that one snuck up on me. Like solid colors, and maybe even being able to like multicolor a block. Like a paint tool kind of, where we can decide where the color goes. And draw little happy faces on gray blocks or something. That'd be kind of sweet. I'd actually like to see some different heads. And not just like the Susie Vroom or Crafty Mike or Geocore needs a better head, honestly. I don't like that. I don't really like that big flapping mouth thing that they got for, I think it's supposed to be the head. I don't know about that one. I don't particularly care for that one. I thought it was actually supposed to be a resource handling block. I don't know. It's not really for us to use, I guess. I can't find it though. But that's looking like it's something to deal with. There's a lot of firepower crammed into this little thing. Oh, better do something about that at the bottom there. Yeah, maybe that. I'm kind of liking that. And as you can see, it's not going to... Oh, it's not going down without a fight. And it all fits within one bubble. One thing I don't particularly understand is why is the regen bubble for Hawkeye smaller than even the smallest part of the shield bubble? You know what I mean? Like this, if you took all the corner, the flat sides, and you made the green bubble touch them, if they were perfectly in the same spot, I think that'd be pretty cool. I think it'd be better if it was the same shape, same size. But that's just me, maybe. And now, just to make sure that this isn't going to be back charging into the relay pylons and into the power station, I'm going to extend this little guy out this way. I know it's not into bubbles, but I think it'll be alright. If it gets blown off, well, we'll worry about it at that point. Yeah, I like the lights. But that's one thing I've been trying to do, is to keep the bubbles to a minimum, so I can actually have more of the lighting, and you know, it will take away from the frames per second instead of just a ton of bubbles, because not everything needs to have a bubble. That's why I'm thinking, you know, defenses, perimeters, they get bubbles. Anything within that, well, maybe regen bubbles, but it shouldn't really need shields too much. Not if it's done the way I'm hoping to do it. Plans do go awry sometimes. Yeah, I like that one a lot better. More of a lightning bolt kind of idea. I wish I could get those in blue. That would be pretty sweet. So now, what else should I put on this? They're going to have a little spot so I can do that, because I'm not always going to want these to anchor, or to rotate. Because rotating AI causes a lot of lag. Especially if it's bigger than like a 6-block tech, it seems like. This thing was spinning around on its own, being honestly stupid the way it does it. It just sits there and vibrates, probably it goes like it's having a seizure or something. Just so we know it's active. Yeah, I don't really care for that. I don't find that a good idea. But that's what they got in there. I'm thinking it's just something for now, just until they think of something better. But honestly, I'd rather be without it. It causes issues. At least for me. Maybe not for anyone else, but I think that's a pretty good build for our defenses. So I think from here, just, you know what, leave the likes, the comments, and all your awesome that you want to bring. And until next time, just keep being that awesome. Keep having a good one. Bye.